This is the second part of the borax bead test. In this part you've already formed your glass bead. What you need to do to test the substance is then reheat this bead. So I'm going to stick this back into the flame and allow this to heat up. Notice I'm rotating it again because I don't want my bead to get too hot and melt out of my loop, because then I'll have to start all over again. So you want to continue to rotate this. Should not take very much time at all to get that to heat up. You want to have ready your substance that you're wanting to test, and you only need a few crystals. So on my scapula here I have just a couple crystals of the cobalt. And when I mean a couple, as you can see, there's just very little. I think I've got 3 or 4 crystals on the end of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my bead here and I'm going to touch it to those crystals so that it'll melt on there, and then I'm going to return this bead back to the flame and I'm going to heat it so that the substance will actually melt into the glass bead and combined. The cobalt one is a good substance to start with because out of the 4 that you do this test for, it's typically the easiest to get to form. In this test you are testing for cobalt, nickel, manganese, and chromium. I will have examples of what these 4 substances should look like in a glass bead so that you'll be able to compare yours with mine. So once again, all you do is you're just heating it so that the substance you're testing will melt inside that glass bead, and you're looking for a specific color to form. This is one of the trickiest tests in this whole lab. So it just requires a lot of patience, just a lot of patience. And sometimes it takes me 3 or 4 tries to even get it to work. So I'm going to take this out to see what color is forming. I probably won't be able to tell on the camera, but it's turning this dark, deep blue color. I'll have an example of this for you to be able to observe tomorrow, so you can see what a positive test result will look like for cobalt, nickel, chromium, and manganese.